قل هل ننبئكم بالأخسرين أعمالا. Allah is telling us, say, shall we tell you about the worst losers? Dr. Hani, why is this related to the scale? Because here the Quran used تخسروا from the root خسرة, خسرة or خسرة, and it's related to the same word, أخسرين. This is how the Quran teaches you. I'm talking about related topics. I'm talking about related stories. We call this markings. Allah has access to an unlimited number of words. So when Allah chooses two related words, it's on purpose. So the word تخسر الميزان, and here Allah is talking about al-akhsarin, those who are the worst losers. أعمالا, by the way, relates to toiling on the text of the Quran to extract the meanings. عمل الصالحات, عمل الصالحات refers to working on the terminology. Why do we say this? Because the word صالحات from the root صلح, there's a word called مصطلح, the commonly agreed upon terminology. So salih from salaha related to mustalah relates to the terminology. And so when you toil to extract the proper understanding of the terminology of the Quran, it's called amila salihan or amila salihat. So who are the worst losers regarding the terminology and understanding the terminology of the Quran? Those are the ones whose endeavors go astray in the lower life while thinking they are insightful in what they craft of supplication. Why do we say this? Supplication. Where did you bring supplication into this ayah? Well, the word sun'an is related to how it's used in the story of Nuh, وَيَصْنَعُ الْفُلْكِ, and we've proven the word fulk relates to the dua. Yasna'u relates to crafting the dua. What does this have to do with the Quran and methodology and the scale? Because Allah is teaching us, if you apply the linguistic scale of the Quran to the terminology of the Quran, you can use this terminology to create supplications. وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. To Allah belongs the insightful labels. Use them to craft. فَادْعُوهُ, to make supplications. So supplications are not something we invent, are not something that we create by using our own language or the language of our forefathers. No, we refer back to the Quran. Allah wanted us to use this language, this specific terminology, in order to connect with Him. Dr. Hani, Allah is not a robot. Yes, but He instructed you. This is part of your ibadah. Use the terminology I taught you. This is the standard protocol for making dua. This is what this ayah is talking about. What did He refer to those who don't understand this terminology, have been making terminology and making up terminology for making dua? Allah referred to them as the worst losers. Why? Because they make fancy dua using fancy words, fancy language, and so on and so forth. And all along, they're abandoning what Allah taught us to use in our dua.